Hello, everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This particular reading is for the sign of Aries. Now, I'm doing this new little spread that I came up with. Maybe not so little, because there's like 7 cards out here, but I'm going to be utilizing all 4 of the Kim Kranz decks. For what materials you're working with, I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Alchemy. For what energy is currently influencing you, I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Archetype. For what energy you're currently embodying, I'll be using the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. And then for what you need to know, I'm going to be using the Wild Unknown Tarot. Alright, so let's jump into this here. I feel like I'm kind of like off center here. Alright, that was really bothering me. Alright, so here we have Uranus. I love this card for some reason. Maybe it's the rainbow against the black, but this card, Uranus is going to bring about an inner change with the ability to shatter our preconceptions, right? The shift in perspective or identity will bring like a newfound freedom and will open up dormant energy in a sense. This could come in the form of an aha moment or a sudden stroke of genius. Inventions and innovations are born under Uranus energy. Now, this card may also appear to show us what is particularly unique about ourselves or someone else. And you see, the thing about this is this intense energy, it's not sustainable, right? So, here I feel like sort of like a part of the message here is that, a big part of the work is to show up each day, whether or not you have that inspiration, right? Whether or not you have that spark of genius for something new. Now, with this energy, right, I'm getting the vibe that you're going to have, like, as I said just a few moments ago, like a stroke of genius, so to speak, and it's going to be quite impactful. Now, I also get that it will involve somebody else, because later on here you're going to see that a part of the tarot portion here, we have the Lovers. Now, whereas that does not always speak to love or partnership, but with the energies here in this particular situation, that's what I'm getting. Like, there's a huge, like, to this whole reading, there's a huge partnership vibe. Okay. Now, as I was just saying, possibly, it could possibly be a lover or somebody that you are soon to be romantically involved with. And, working on this project together is going to show you both the different sides of each other. And that's what's going to sort of serve as that, like, trigger, that spark of this attraction between the two of you. And it's going to be more of a mental or cerebral connection. And that's not to say, there's not going to be a physical attraction. That part is particular to you as an individual, as far as what you find attractive. But here, I feel like, this lightning bolt here, or what started out as one and ended up just spidering out there, I feel like that's speaking to that, like, moment when it hits you, right? And the darkness here, like, with the background here of this card being like a solid black, like, it almost looks like there are stars, like you're literally in a night sky. And just out of nowhere, boom, this stroke of genius, this aha moment, this idea that is going to be quite lucrative. Might I add you? Might I add you? Might I add? Now, or rather, in the position of, what energy is currently influencing you here, we have the Destroyer, which to me is very tower-like energy-wise. Now, this card, it speaks to how, culturally we have an aversion to endings, and, we tend to hang on to permanence as a signifier of success. Now, the real, like, the energy of this particular card pulls the rug out from underneath, okay? Relationships, jobs, homes, and all different forms of security. It's the part of us that wants things to end, and it's meant to help us uncover our true purpose in a sense. Like, it's, as I said before, it's quite tower like. Okay, it's like a shape up. Ooh, words. It's like a shake up meant to redirect you when you're headed the wrong way on your journey, in a sense, and that can have anything to do with being around the wrong people, being in the wrong location, being at the wrong job, etc. Okay, because I feel like this is what's going to lead you towards your person, the one that I was speaking about in the card prior. I get the vibe that you two will meet after some sort of relocation, and it's possible that you could meet through some mutual friends, because I really get the vibe that there's going to be a lot of change coming your way. But all of this, all of that is going to be for your highest good here. Because change, it could be very intense, and it could be, very anxiety provoking. Um, it can feel pretty difficult, right? It can really make it difficult to focus. It could really make it, difficult for you to like make a decision. Like, say you're put in a situation to where you have to move. The pressure is going to make it difficult to decide where, when there's a lot of different factors that you have to consider when it comes to moving. you know, and that could even speak to, maybe you have to get a new job. And a lot of this really involves like not a very, like, these things require a lot of focus, right? These sorts of things require you to sort of have your head on straight. Now, for the energy that you are currently embodying here, we have Owl. And now with that, I just want to point out that we also have out here in the tarot spread the High Priestess. So like with these two extremely intuitive cards, creatures, what have you, there's definitely an emphasis on your intuition. Now, I would like to say, you should, I get the vibe that with, the details touched upon in this reading, I think you should go to the video before this and take a look at the, or not take a look at, but rather, give a quick look-see, a quick listen to the collective readings. I feel like these two are really sort of like synced up in a sense. But now, moving forward here with the owl representing, the energy that you're currently embodying, in this particular deck. The white owl is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. Now, this card serves as some sort of good omen that some kind of either spiritual or material abundance is on the way. Because it also speaks of intuition and how, with that guiding you, you'll know how to best utilize this abundance coming your way and how it will bring further abundance to the world itself. So, following your intuition in any whichever direction it's leading you will serve you best at this time, okay? Now, there's a lot here about abundance, all right? And with, the other two cards here, Uranus and the Destroyer, I feel like all three of these are like working hand in hand, okay? Or hand in hand in hand. Now, with the with the tarot here, all right, for what you need to know, we have, as I said before, the first card up here, we have the Lovers, okay, which suggests a beautiful and strong relationship is on the horizon. You two will experience all the thrills of desire and romance as you'll be building a solid foundation together. If you're already in a relationship, this is simply signifying that it's time to be grateful and nourish that connection. Because I really get that, the, like, what did I say? It's like, as you're not going to realize, right, that you're building a solid foundation together because you're both going to be really caught up in the desire and the romance and the excitement of something fresh and new. And I feel like, you're going to be building this, solid foundation as you guys work on whatever project it is you're working on together, while you're creating together, while you're building something together. Now, next up here we have the Ace of Pentacles, which, tells me that you're in the beginning phase of a prosperous venture, whether that be related to love or career, what have you. It would behoove you to stay grounded, go outside and take time to appreciate nature, because this is also a sign that you may find a windfall of wealth headed your way. So I would also mentally prepare for that, and for when you're building anything, right? It is always best to stay grounded. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles here, okay, you could find yourself, getting a promotion at work or making a lot of progress with a business of your own. Something that will set you up to enjoy the finer things in life, as luxury and refinement oftentimes accompany this particular card. It will soon be time to enjoy the results of your loyalty and hard work. I feel like this is, in a sense, sort of like a confirmation that, whatever you and this individual end up building together, like, it's going to provide the both of you with a lot of material abundance. And that's going to help you to both literally and figuratively afford, some time off, some time to enjoy what you've been working so hard on, right? Now, lastly here, we have the High Priestess. Now, I'm definitely getting that you should pay attention to your dreams. I feel like they'll be very significant. And honestly, it's highly likely that you will see this person that I've been talking about coming before they manifest in the physical, and you'll have a good idea of what you two are meant to create together. Your intuition is key in everything here, and it will lead you in the direction that you're meant to go. Okay? Now, all together here, right, in this reading, I'm getting that there's a lot pointing towards change, growth, abundance, partnership, happiness, etc. I feel like you either currently are or soon will be going through like a major awakening, and this new person is going to be a sort of partner in awakening instead of a partner in crime. They're going to be experiencing a lot of what you either are or will be experiencing. I feel like this is a situation of divine timing when it comes to all of this. The relocation, new job or career, the new friends, the connection, the project that you two will be working on, the upgrade in your intuition, including your trust in your intuition as well as yourself. Because, this is a very personal journey. Okay? Even though there's another person involved, it's still a very personal journey for you. Because with Uranus, it's changing you at the core on the inside. It's not an outer change. It's an inward change. Whereas, there are probably things around you that will be changing, but all of this is happening for that inner change, for that change of perspective, right? And that is going to help you create. Because the more authentic you are, right, the more personal whatever it is you're going to create is. And that's what really makes it more valuable in a sense. It's that individuality, right? It's that, that personal touch, that thing that lets people know just by looking at it, just by hearing it, feeling it, that it was you who created it. And I mean, we're Aries. We love to create, right? We live to create. We love to take that action. And I don't know if this is all Aries, but I know me personally, like I'm used to change. Like change doesn't really freak me out like a lot of other people. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm an Aries or because I've just, you know, been through a lot of sudden change in my life that change doesn't affect me the same way that it does a lot of other people. But with the destroyer like this, with both the destroyer and the high priestess, I want to say, there are possibly even things going on behind your back that your intuition is going to be tingling and pointing you towards. And that's going to in a sense show you, right, the people that you need to distance yourself from. And that's not to say, you need to make a big deal or anything, it's like, you're aware on a different level. And I feel like that's like a big part of what this change is about, because, with the owl, right, you're very aware of the abundance coming towards you, and you already know what to do with it, right? I feel like whatever it is you end up doing, whatever it is you end up creating, it's something that's going to be very impactful. It's something that could honestly even be impactful on a global scale. It may seem small to you, but it could have a far reach in its effect, essentially. And with the lovers, the ace of pentacles, I feel like this is seriously gonna be such a beautiful new beginning for you and whoever this individual is, because here, we have two geese, and geese are mates for life. So it's very possible that this new beginning is with somebody that is going to be your forever partner. This could be somebody that you end up even getting married to. Excuse me. But either way here, you guys are really going to end up building something beautiful for yourselves, whether it's together or separately, because this is just a tarot reading, right? This is not saying you have to be with this person. This is exactly what is going to happen. These are just the energies right now at this time, and this is the vibe that I'm getting from them. I feel like a lot of people forget, you have free will, right? These are just cards that are reading to read energy, or rather, these are just cards that I'm utilizing to read energy with, right? There is no you have to. There is, I would behoove you. I highly suggest. The energies are pointing towards, are looking like. These are mere suggestions, things to keep in mind. All right, so Aries, these are the messages that I have for you tonight, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.